Afternoon, YouTubers. Let's talk about the coronavirus. Coronavirus was first discovered in Wuhan, China. COVID-19. It was by a doctor named Li Wenliang. He was 34 years old. He had first discovered it. And apparently, in Wuhan, China, there are 2 bioweapons labs there. But they said that the coronavirus, came from a man from a market who had ate some type of animal or bat soup or something like that I heard of. Well, somehow it spread when the doctor was checking up on him, and he discovered that it was coronavirus. And from there, from China, it started spreading from people to people. Well, during the time that the first discovery was when there were protesters protesting against the trade war, the tax, government, against the Chinese government. I'm trying to merge the kind of like the two between the protesters and this 2 bioweapons lab, but yet eating some type of animal. I'm not too sure if this could have been some type of weapon that was used and then just moved throughout China and maybe, spread. But I guess from there, it spread to people across the entire earth, because people meet and greet, handshake, communicate, and from there, I'm losing my thought here because trying to get all this stuff accurate. And then I guess you could say in the wake there were some cruise liners out in the Pacific, and they were waiting to come in land, but they had the coronavirus, and they were isolated and confined to their rooms, but yet every single room was getting contaminated by the airflow. The airflow is like kind of like when a fan is on, you kind of feel the air, but you can't see it. Well, that's the way the AC systems were. It was circulating, and of course, there's only one big unit in a cruise ship, so that little spore, it's kind of like algae, was spreading throughout. You can't see it, you can't taste it. The spore would actually just kind of like hit you, and I'm guessing why they say sanitize your hands, do not touch your face, is because when there's a spore on you that you can't see, you gotta look at it like, I guess, under a microscope. You touch it, you touch your mouth, there's your saliva, that goes in your system. You touch your eyes, that goes in your system. Anything like that, exchange, like as far as we're gonna say like sex, same thing. That bug is already in you, and you just spread it to another person. Kissing is another way that it changes over to from one person to another. And now that they're learning that this bug travels through the air, it's now considered airborne, because they know now that when you breathe, you're breathing in. You can feel your heat from your on your hand. That's releasing little, but also if you're got the coronavirus, you're releasing that little bug out there, and of course infecting more and more people. You won't show signs of any of the symptoms of coronavirus. I think it's high fever, dry cough, but I think body aches, things like that. Every person's different, but it's still that coronavirus. Till 5 days out. So 5 days out, you might have that little coronavirus spore inside of you multiplying, and that little guys are attacking the immune system and shutting it down. Well, it takes about 5 days, and you won't even know it. And of course, if you're passing through checkpoints, like they scan you on your forehead to see if you have a fear, that does not work. These test kits that are going to be coming out, I don't think they're really accurate, and I don't think it. I think they will fail, because you really need to, like, if you were to draw blood, send it to a lab, have it microscopic tested, that's gonna take a long time to figure out, hey, you are infected. It's not as easy as just swabbing your mouth and, oh, hey, guess what? You got this. And of course, there's no cure, no antidote for this coronavirus. This coronavirus, of course, the only thing that's against it is your immune system. How good is your immune system? What is your age? You got diabetes, heart problems, things like that in nature. You know, if you have something like that, I would say avoid big crowds. Sanitize yourself. Do not touch your face. You can wash your face with warm water, and hope the best. And the reason, I guess, everybody's stocking up their cabinets and everything for this coronavirus is, and why toilet paper? Because if you're in quarantine and you're isolated into your house, I guess because, well, you need toilet paper because, bathroom, you know. So, but you can't go to the store, hey, I need to go get toilet paper. So I guess that's, and also if, I guess, you know what I mean, like paper towels also, to wipe, sanitize anything that the spores hit, come in contact with, tables, cell phones, maybe, toilet seat, especially, there's plenty of germs there, countertops, anything you touch, mainly your cell phone, because it's got hundreds, thousands of germs on the phone, because your fingers are touching and stuff like that, and it lives off your phone. You don't clean it, sanitize it. I got life proof. I could dip it in hot water and nothing will happen, and I'll kill most of the germs. UV lighting could also kill a lot of germs and stuff like that. I'm not even into like science, or, well, I'm into science, but I'm not college or anything degree or certified. I just, by watching and seeing this and knowing what's going on, I might be missing something in between, but I know that this coronavirus is fatal to a lot of older adults. They say 80 and up, but I guess we're seeing more of the range of 60 and up. And I always tell my dad, if I'm sick, I will call you, tell you not to come, or I will not come over to your house. And I said I will wait till the last cough, dry cough, within, if it's even 2 weeks, for me to come over till it ends. You know what I mean? And that's your best thing you could do, is if you're sick, stay home till your last cough is gone. Don't stay home, but I'm saying, like, isolate yourself from other people, because like I said, you're breathing and that little spore is coming out of your mouth, and it's laying on objects we touch daily. That's why they said the sanitized bottles are for yourself. I mean, the ones that you had to press down with your hand. But as far as out there, like as buildings and I guess corporations and stuff like that, they gotta have an automatic dispenser, because everybody's hands are on that, so it's gonna have to have an automatic dispenser. A lot of things have been happening, restroom issues. Since you sit on the toilet seat, a lot of people are hovering. Some people said avoid the toilet as best as you can, because that's also another thing that could happen. I guess just keep yourself safe and germ free. I hope this video helps anybody out there as far as wanting to learn about this coronavirus, and this is probably most of the information that I could come up with. And we won't know till later on how far this coronavirus. I know a lot of schools and colleges have given this about a week or 2 weeks to blow by. I got a feeling that it's gonna be much longer, and the reason for is I got a feeling because flus hate heat for some reason. You never hear of a severe outbreak of flu or viruses in summer. So I think once we start approaching, I would say 90 degrees, 100 degrees, or known in different worlds, 30 degrees Celsius, we'll see a lot of these flu viruses and coronaviruses start to die out. Now that doesn't mean it's gonna end. It may start back up again in wintertime because it's dormant. Means it's probably laying somewhere, that somebody coughed and sneezed on the ground, and it's there. And of course, as the seasons come, the fronts push the air down. Of course, air is always constantly circulating. So be mindful, germ-free, hand sanitizer, Lysol, any type of cleaning, UV lighting, anything to get this virus hopefully free from you. Hopefully it don't infect you. Hopefully it don't affect your family. But just be aware of your surroundings. Watch other people. If they cough, stay away from them, and tell them, if it's your family, you might need to stay away from, you might have something. So I'm kind of scared. You know what I mean? That's why I also face masks. Use face masks that covers your cough, that covers the spray, that your air circulating through it, and keep it confined in that mask. And of course, dispose of that mask once you're done with it during the day, or whether it's used for a few hours, just get another one. The only thing is a lot of supplies, cleaning supplies and stuff like that, are running out. So be mindful. Do not overbuy your limit, because there are other people out there trying to purchase this. Do not price gouge or anything like that. Up the price. Because we're all like I'm making a low income. I'm only making like $10 an hour. So for me to be doing this, and I'm not even getting paid by YouTube, this is through my heart to y'all. And this is recorded on a cheap cell phone, S5. So yeah, I have very little, money, just enough for a roof barely to hover over my head. But anyway, I'm just going to put this out on YouTube. Hope y'all use this advice, learn from it, and hope the best for y'all and your family. Have a great day, great week. Mwah.